Hey everybody, just going to give you another little video on problem solving that I found out recently. This is my '09 Victory Vision. I've recently encountered a problem where I can turn the key on. It may crank right now, we'll see. Pull the clutch, push start, and it won't do anything. See there? Pushing the start button, I get nothing. Well, there it went. It tried to click over. But what I was going to show you is where I've narrowed the problem down to the clutch switch, which is right down here. I'll get the camera over in just a second and try to show you what I found. But if you look at the clutch switch, I'm going to have to get up here so I can see it. It's got a little prong that sticks out that makes contact with the clutch lever. What I found will work for me. I know I need to get another switch. I'm not trying to circumvent that. But what I found will work for me is I can pull this little prong in as far as it will go, this little projection, push it in as far as it will go, and just release my finger from it rapidly, and it's like that will allow the contacts to make contact in there, or let go of contact. I really haven't looked at the schematic, so I really don't know which way the switch is, if it's normally open, normally closed, but just wanted to give you a little update there, something you can look at if you're encountering this problem. It's been flipped. I've done flipped it a few times and now it's not going to crank. But that's that. I'll pull the camera around and get you a picture of the little button on the switch and let you see what it looks like, what you're looking for. Give it a try, see if it works. Thanks. Well, I went ahead and took the switch off. We're going to look at it. There's four little tabs that hold this thing together. When you look down at the part where the wire goes in, I don't know if you can really see up in there well or not. Maybe I can hold it up so you can. There's not enough real light out here, but there's three connectors, or three electrical contacts there that the connector plugs onto. It only uses two. It uses the two on the outside. The one in the middle there is obviously for something else. I didn't check the continuity on it. Apparently this is a normally closed switch, just like it sets whenever the clutch lever is released and pressing against the little plunger. It becomes a normally open contact. So it is functioning right. I just got a feeling that there's probably some trash or something in there that's preventing it from closing all the way every time whenever the clutch lever is pulled in. So we're going to loosen up these little tabs on it, see what's inside, and see if we can clean it and make it look any better. Alright, it came apart relatively easily. This had to kind of contain the spring so it didn't get away from me, but that wasn't a big deal either. Looking at it, this is one outside contact, comes back to here. This one is the other outside contact, so those are the two that make together whenever the clutch lever is released. This one may be a little bit dirty, it's like the thing barely touches it occasionally. So I'm going to make sure that all that's cleaned up. I'm going to get some contact cleaner and a pencil eraser, get everything cleaned up. We'll put it back together with a little bit of electrical grease on it, and hopefully it'll be good as new. We'll see what happens. While cleaning the contacts up, I found another small issue. I don't know that that's 100% it or not. We're going to see. This little spring right here, it goes behind this contact that fits inside the plunger that presses on these contacts here. Anyway, the spring isn't really pressing very hard on that contact. I'm going to stretch it out just a little bit when I put it back together, just so it applies a little more pressure to make the contacts touch just a little bit better from one to the other. So far it's going pretty good though. Getting that little piece out of the plunger proved to be a little bit of a booger, but it is out intact, nothing broken. Okay, I've stretched the spring just a little bit. I just wanted to give you a comparison in case maybe you want to try this. I rolled that spring in front of that contact a while ago. It was about a 1/16 of an inch shorter than the face of that contact. I stretched it out now until it's almost the same length as the width of that contact. For those that are interested, that's how much stretching I did. Well, here it is, all cleaned up, ready to go back together. I couldn't find a pencil eraser, believe it or not, but I was able to find some 1500 grit sandpaper to go in and sand the contacts down. I'm going to lubricate it with that bulb grease there, put it back together, and see what happens. I know some of you may be wondering about the start button on the right handlebar. About a week ago I completely disassembled it, cleaned the contacts up, greased it and put it back together, and I still had the same problem, so that's why I'm working on this switch. I still don't think this is my only problem, because the bike won't start in neutral unless the clutch is pressed. But I'm not too terribly worried about that unless that's an indication that there's something worse going on. But I'll put it back together. We'll try it out and see what happens. Thought I'd post one more thing before I put it back together. Just kind of show you how things go back together before the two halves snap back together. You notice I've got the sliding contact in the black part with the spring already in place. The green part will just flip over and snap on top of it. There you go. Alright, it's time to put up or shut up. Got the switch put back on. Everything went together, boom, like a snap. I mean, that's probably one of the easiest switches I've taken apart and put back together, so I was really pleased with that. I've got the part number in the video. It's like 25 bucks plus shipping, so it's up to you if you want to attempt this or not, if you feel like that's your problem. But let's see what happens. Works for me. Maybe it'll work for you. Y'all have a good one.